Hi, Terry Rowland from T Rose Studios. I'd like to show you what I call the Terry twist. Now, it's how I prepare my binding so that when I'm sewing it on my quilts, it's not twisting on me and I don't have to rearrange it. The way I twist this together, which I'm going to show you in a second, I can pull it out and it comes out straight and it never twists. So it's really handy for when I'm doing my bindings. So the very first thing I do is I've prepared my binding. Doesn't matter what width of binding you use, 2 inch, 2 1/4, 2 1/2. We just basically fold it in half. Then I'm going to pinch it between my thumb and my first finger and let the rest kind of puddle on the ground underneath me. Now I've got the fold pointing to the outside of my fingers, so away from my hand. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of a gap between my pinky and and this finger. And I'm just going to lay the fabric onto it. I'm still pinching here, and I've laid the fold pointing to the inside, V. And I'm not going to pull tight, I'm just going to lay it on top. Now when I bring it around this way, the fold again is pointing away from my hand on this side. The fold will be pointing towards my hand on this side. And I'm just laying it on top. If I pull it, you'll never get your fingers out. It'll get really tight. And you can see I'm just laying it on top. And I'm going to continue doing this figure 8 with the fold out, where my thumb is, and the fold pointing towards the little V where my pinky is. And I'll continue doing that until I've got all of my binding wound. When I get to have, I don't know, about a 10-inch strip, I stop. I just pull my fingers out because I haven't pulled that tight. And I take this and I wrap it loosely. And you can tuck it in. You can pin it with a stick pin. You can pin it with a safety pin, because we're not going to apply it to our binding from this end. We're going to reach into the middle and we're going to pull the little tab out and we're going to pull from there. And if you notice, it looks like it's going to twist, but look at how it straightens right out. And I can lay this on my lap as I'm doing my binding on my machine, or I can lay it on the floor at my feet, and it will pull out perfect and be straight and never have to recorrect. So that's what I call the Terry twist. I hope you try it. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up again. I've pinched it with the fold pointing out, and I'm going to lay it with the fold pointing towards a little V by my pinky, and I'm going to rotate. If you kind of notice how my hands are moving, doing that figure 8, I find it's a little easier and faster if I kind of do this rocking motion with both hands to get things aligned perfectly. That does help to get it to roll nicely. And then again, just pull it around, tuck it in, or pin it, and then we will pull from the inside, and you can apply your binding. Now, if you are doing your binding before your quilts are quilted, so I'm going to just do it up again. And you can see how fast it is to do once you get the knack of it. If I've got my flimsy on a hanger, I can just run that through, and my binding is with my quilt when I'm ready to quilt it.